Uninvolved people has become an even more important term to UK drone flyers since the new UK drone rules came into place at the start of 2021. But what makes a person involved or uninvolved in a drone flight? Today, we're going to tell you. Hey everyone, my name is Sean and welcome to Geeksvana. Here we focus on drones and tech, including a series of special videos looking at the UK drone rules. If you're new here and this kind of thing helps you, subscribe. And a message for my regular viewers, if you can hit the like button nice and early, I'd really appreciate it as it gives the YouTube algorithm a little nudge. Also, before we start on today's subject, let me know in the comments below how most of your flights are taken. If you're a sub 250 gram flyer or with zero separation, an A2 CofC holder using the 50-meter allowances in congested areas, or a hobbyist who uses Article 16 or the base rules, I'd really be interested to know, so comment below. So let's get into uninvolved people. Since the rules came into place, you have probably noticed that the focus is now on separation from people rather than vessels, buildings, and that type of thing. This means it has become even more important to know what makes a person involved in your flight and therefore allow you to go closer than the requirements for uninvolved people. Firstly, remember anyone who is with you flying, such as friends, family, colleagues, etc., are already counted as involved and do not necessarily require any briefings. There is a simple definition for an uninvolved person, which we can then unpack into practical terms and explains what it means to you and your drone flight. Uninvolved person. A person that does not take part in the UAS operations either directly or indirectly. Now that's a little ambiguous, but there is more guidance from the CAA which we can provide to help clarify this. Firstly, to count someone in as an involved person, they need to have given explicit consent. Consider how you would prove that explicit consent. This would probably mean that you need to get some form of digital or written evidence. If you fly often or commercially, it might be worth setting up a simple web application or page to gather the information for you. To be seen as involved, they also need to have received a safety briefing outlining clear instructions on what to do if the drone does not perform as expected, or if they're alerted to a problem by the drone flyer themselves. Again, I would personally recommend a briefing in writing to ensure you can prove it was given. The next point is an important one to understand. The person needs to have the option not to participate in your drone flight, but also continue with their day as normal. You cannot insist that someone does not come into your flight area, and it is your responsibility to fly with the required separation from them. For a person to be counted as involved in your drone operation, they need to understand the risk involved, and you need to take steps to safeguard anyone who is involved. So my advice in terms of making someone involved with your drone flight would be to provide a briefing to them and get some form of confirmation that they understand it and have received the briefing. This could be physically on paper, but you might find it easier to do something digitally. If you want to see an example of what I use, let me know in the comments below and I will send it to you. So with all of this in mind, let us now look at who that would mean is uninvolved and therefore needs to be given the appropriate separation from your drone flight. People who are going about their business essentially, sat on a park bench, walking down the road or out with a dog. These are all uninvolved people. This of course does not impact you if you are flying a sub 250 gram drone in the UK, but anything bigger, and you'll need to keep this in mind. Whether you are a hobby flyer or an A2 CofC holder, when you want to work out how to identify uninvolved people and give them the required separation. Coming up in our UK drone rule series, we will be discussing a few more of these key elements, which I feel are worth clarifying individually. There is a comment pinned from me below, which asks you, our viewers, if there are any other specific points of confusion or areas which need clarification. So if there is a topic which you think is worth a deeper dive, go reply to that comment. If we end up making an update out of that topic, I will certainly give you a shout out. If you took any value from the information within this video, please do hit that subscribe button. And for those awesome people still watching this, please smash the like button. I would really, really appreciate it. Thanks everyone. Sean out.
Okay, so you're still here? This is a little awkward. Go watch this next video or maybe watch the playlist listed below.